easy opportunity to cross double this red and get back to baulk. Normally you would have covered that.
Well, Steve Davis, 4.
Not an easy potting angle on the red, though, and not an absolutely straightforward safety.
I don't think Steve played the pot on the red there.
Terrific safety, finding the thinnest of edges. Davis tapped the table in appreciation.
Foul, Steve Davis, 4. And a miss.
Well, what do you think about the miss, John?
3 ball.
Well, it's a shot that's played many times, and I don't think that Steve can put him in any more trouble than he was in prior, so he's just asking him to play again.
It seemed to me, though, that Hendry was pretty near with the attempt to glance the red. I was surprised to hear the referee call miss.
Yes, if anything, I thought he might have given miss the shot before when Stephen was snookered. Maybe he made up for it.
All that academic now, though. Because Davis has a chance to snatch the frame.
Not one of his best shots. think he'd have preferred to have been on the blue. That way it'd have been easy, potting the blue into the centre pocket and stop for the red. The brown's the easiest ball to pot. And of course he's looking now where the cue ball's got to finish, and it's going to have to be a very precise positional shot.
Well, if pink had dropped in, it would have been a reprieve. But now, a chance for Stephen Hendry to clinch a significant victory.
He's gone awkward though.
Position regained though, so it's just a matter of holding himself together for another few shots.
7.
Yes, 14 points in front. Just green and brown required for a famous victory.
10.
Yes, Hendry beat Davis over 9 frames in the Grand Prix at Reading last year, but best of 17 is altogether more significant. All over.
A marvellous performance by Stephen Hendry. Magnificent potting, superb cue ball control, mature tactical play. He beat Steve Davis by 9 frames to 3.
Steve, it's been quite a day for us and for both of you. First of all, congratulations. You said before it started, most people think I can't beat Davis in a long match. We shall see. Was that just a boast, or did you really believe it?
Well, I'd been telling Ian that I was getting stronger with every match in the tournament. Obviously, I had confidence in my own ability. I knew I was playing well, so I was fairly confident going into the match.
Why has your game come back? Because you went through a bad patch.
Yeah, the first 2 tournaments I got beat in the first and second round. So after the Rothmans I practiced 6 and 7 hours a day before Canada. I got to the semi-final of Canada where Steve beat me, and then I'm here now playing well.
Is it the long putting that's come back?
Basically it's just the whole cue action. I wasn't cueing well, the confidence obviously goes when you're not winning as well.
What went wrong with you?
I think basically today I sat down for too long and drank too much water. That's what happened. Stephen played so well, I've got no complaints. I didn't really feel as if I played badly, I just didn't play, which is another problem. And it was very difficult keeping Stephen at bay, especially that long potting. Didn't miss much, and the game was virtually over the first session.
You've had problems at the start of both sessions here.
On the televised stages? That's right, yeah. That just happens. You go through stages in your career when you get off the flying starts and everything goes right. Other times you don't. It would have been a nice situation to have won the first frame. It would have been a better position. But, you know, if you don't win the first frame, you just got to wait until you get the chance. And sometimes getting the first frame on the board is the hardest part of the game.
It amazed quite a few people, and I don't think anybody said this to you yet, but I will, that you went to Canada to play, you came here, and then you went off to, was it Bahrain in the middle of the tournament. Can that have any effect on you? Can you cope with all that?
Well, yes, it could do, but that would have probably showed up after the next match, you know. I mean, I've been up here now for sort of 9 a week. You don't get jet lag if you go away for one day and come back. It's only if you go away for a length of time. But that's for everybody else to talk about. I mean, I know full well that today there was no excuses on my part, and the reason why I lost was the guy sitting to the right of me. Nothing that I would have put down as an excuse.
You were at one stage, quite a little bit towards the end, looking at a 147.
That's right, yes, but I felt as if, no, why should I make it? I'll wait until another time.
You didn't. Come on, this is the crunch here. Now, you've got these two reds.
Yeah.
I think you're going to drive them through, aren't you, to get on the black?
I was a bit unlucky. I was a bit unlucky that I knocked the two together. They were spread apart, and I didn't really have a chance to get back on the black, so I tried it off the pink.
Yeah. There's a bit of thinking
I didn't really know
there.
the prize money for the 147, so...
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
No.
If I'd have known, I might have cracked up earlier. Yeah, but it would be nice if it had gone enough, but it was a tough shot, because of course you've got to stay on the black. I could have got a 146 and nicked the prize money, but I thought, no, I'll try and be adventurous and interesting and excite the people at home.
Well, yeah, you excited them, but that was 60,000 quid down the drain.
Oh, was it? Yes. What it was? Thanks for reminding me.
Stephen, you're on for quite a bit of money and a lot of prestige. I know it means an awful lot to Steve Davis because this is his tournament. He's played, 27 matches without defeat. First time he's been beaten since 1983. You've put him out and now you're there. How much does it mean to you? Not just this win, but beating him in a long match.
Obviously, I'm delighted to beat Steve. I mean, he's dominated this tournament and the World Championship because of long matches. So it's a tremendous result and one of the best in my career, obviously.
We won't go so far as say the end of an era, but it's been a big day. It's been a big day. You're both smiling, and that's the main thing. It's been entertaining, and we need a bit of that in this game. Thank you.
Cheers.
So there we are, young Stephen Hendry in the final of this year's Tennent's United Kingdom Snooker Championship here in Preston Guildhall. A final of contrast. On one side, we had the young Scotsman, Stephen Hendry, just 19 years old. On the other, we had Doug Mountjoy from Wales, who won this title 10 years ago. The day, well, it was a pullback by Hendry this evening after having a terrible afternoon. Suddenly, the score reached 15-11. It meant that Mountjoy needed one frame. Hendry needed everything left in the match, the best of 31. If you were with us earlier, you'd have seen that play. They went into frame 27, Mountjoy still needing the one. What happened was the black got lodged in a pocket. After a long time, they decided to give it up. It was a stalemate, so they started again. That had counted for nothing. It was still the same score. Mountjoy still needed...